Hey everybody, welcome to Nick's Shooting Channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Ruger LC9S. So as always, first thing we're going to do is a safety check. And you can see here no rounds in the magazine. And we're going to open this chamber here. And I can feel and look, no rounds here, no magazine in. You can see here. So I bought this firearm, just went to the range and shot it for the first time. We'll do a range video later. I got to tell you, man, this thing shoots nice. It's the striker fired version of the Ruger LC9 that was hammer fired. Very nice, smooth trigger, and it's your typical 7+1 9mm. I do like on the magazine here. You got this nice little finger rest to rest your pinky finger, so it's a nice place to put that. And the version I have comes with the manual safety here. I know a lot of people don't like this. They do make a LC9S Pro version without the safety, and you have some really good small sights here, and it shot really well at the range. I put about 75 rounds through there today just for the first time. I wanted to get this firearm a little bit smaller than my Glock 19, and it's a little bit easier to carry. So we'll try to break this down. I haven't actually done this yet, so you can be with me the first time. And what I believe we need to do here is get this slide back, and there's this little leveler here that we need to push down, and then on the other side there should be a pin that we need to pop out. So let's try this here. Okay, that's down, and actually it looks like I need to have this slide forward to be able to pop this out. So yep, right through here, and we'll get some still shots of this, but right in here there's a little cotter pin we need to pop out. So I got a small little punch, and we'll see if this is small enough to get in there. And it almost is. I see. So you got to get it pulled back just a very little bit here. This looks like this might be a little bit of a pain, but yeah, my punch isn't quite small enough to get in here. You got to get the slide back just a very little bit. There we go. Sorry about that. So we got this cotter pin, and then that's what this pin looks like here. And then let's see if we can just get this apart. Again, this is the first time I've ever taken one of these apart. We'll see if we need to pull the trigger here. There you go. You got to pull the trigger and take the magazine out, it looks like. And here's your frame. Here's your spring and barrel slide. So to put it back together, it looks like just put the barrel in, get our spring back in here. And, let's make sure we get this down in the right spot here. Yep, there we go. Now we're just going to take and slide the slide right back onto the frame. And now we got this cotter pin to deal with. And like I said, it doesn't go straight in. You got to have it back ever so slightly. So I think a good method is to kind of maybe use the sights a little bit and just get this back here, and you got to get it lined up just perfectly to get this in here. Definitely not the easiest takedown that I've seen. There we go. And see if I can just get this pushed in here now. Man, this really is a pain. To take this firearm apart, the first thing we're going to do is push this little lever down, and then you got to pull the slide back ever so slightly. And there's a little cotter pin here that just needs to fall out when you get it lined up. Once that's out, your slide will just come right off. You got your spring here and your barrel. So there we go, and we'll show some still shots of this. To put it back together, we're going to put our barrel in, our spring, and now here's the tricky part. Once we get this slide on here, You got to get it lined up just ever so perfect so that this pin can fall in. So I'm trying some different ways, but what I'm kind of doing now, if you can see here, I'm kind of pinching with my thumb and my hand, and I'm just trying to get this pin lined up in here perfectly. And once it's lined up, hopefully it should just go right in. This is definitely not the easiest takedown that I've seen in a firearm. Luckily, once it's back together, it's back together. So let's see here if I can get this. Well, maybe this will work. We just push kind of right on the front of the barrel and get this lined up just oh so perfectly. There you go, and then that pin just drops in place, and you can push this guy back up here. Anyway, Ruger LC9S, very nice gun. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.